We get a lot of kids in my family shop, and they always think they've found a treasure. Usually, it's just some old junk that they found around the neighborhood. But every now and then, we get a real little picker on our hands.
Hey, Big Daddy, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Richard?
Oh, I found this wheel at a garage sale.
Did you get the rest of the car?
No, sir, I couldn't find it. Came down to Silver Dollar Pond today to sell my fancy BMW steering wheel. It's wooden, and it's got a blue linen in it with some gold and a little diamond in the center of it. When I saw that little diamond there, I thought I should buy this because I see this diamond.
You see this emblem, how it crosses right here, and it's got blue and white?
Yes, sir.
They go back to their aircraft roots, and they designed the center logo as if it were a propeller on an aircraft.
Cool. So this came off an airplane?
No, it did come off of an airplane. Back in the early 1900s, BMW started making aircraft engines in Germany. But now they're known for making expensive luxury automobiles that even developed an aftermarket for custom accessories like this wheel. It's not an original BMW steering wheel. It's made by a company called Momo, and it does have the turquoise inlay, which makes it real neat. Of course, I'd be concerned with that right there.
I saw that. I didn't know it was real or not.
Well, Richard, it's not only real, but that's actually a little 14-karat gold plate.
Ooh.
Just give me an idea. What'd you have to give for?
$25.
25 bucks?
Yes, sir.
Richard actually stumbled on something. BMW owners love things like this late 80s steering wheel, and it'll be a quick sale for me. Now, a steering wheel of this quality actually sells for about $250 new.
Wow.
What if I told you I'd give you 50 bucks for it?
You told me 250.
250? This thing is used.
That's the good thing. It's maybe older than a new one.
It could be vintage. Let's call it 100 bucks.
125 and you got yourself a wheel.
120 bucks.
122 and a half.
122 and a half. And you're gonna reinvest that money and go pick it. You got a deal. All right. Come on, let's go get some money here before he gets me for 250.
I think the deal went really good because I got a good deal and Mr. Jimmy got a good deal. When Big Daddy told me it was a real diamond, I was like, wow.
Hey, what's going on?
This is a Monarch accordion.
Monarchs are so darn scarce, you don't hardly find them no more. Wow, unbelievable.
My uncle left me his cabin, and I found the accordion in the attic. But I need at least $3,000.
Why are you wanting to get rid of it?
My grandpa had left me a Gibson guitar, and I pawned it. And I need $3,000 to pay off that loan to get my Gibson guitar back.
Looks like Gerard's come up a little bit short on that $4,500 plus interest that he owes to get his Gibson guitar out. Luckily, if this accordion is as good as it looks, it might just cover his debt and then some. If this truly is a completely original Monarch, we may be able to take care of that for you.
That label will speak for itself.
Just about everybody and their mama tries to make Monarchs, but the original Monarchs come from Germany during the late 1800s. It really wasn't until the 1920s that they started catching on, and now they've become synonymous with Cajun music. You pretty much don't see an accordion without a fiddle, and you're not gonna find a fiddle without an accordion. Squeeze boxes helped define Cajun music in the early 1900s, and Monarchs were the top of the line. So there's a ton of fakes of them out there. This one looks good, but I'm gonna have to take a real close look at it to make sure that it's right. There's one thing that is unmistakable. This right here still reads. That was what really give the Monarchs the sound. We're talking about an accordion that could be 90 years old.
It looks good, huh?
It looks absolutely wonderful. There's only one problem. What makes a monarch, you can't see from out here. There's a lot of Cajun music played around here, and this Monarch would sell for big money to anybody that's serious about playing it. But I'm gonna have to open this thing up to make sure the reeds inside are original. And that's just not something I feel comfortable doing by myself. I have a good friend of mine. He knows everything there is to know about an accordion.
Well, that's the man we need to see.
Why don't you let me go give him a call, and we can find out if we got a true monarch here.
I'll go with that, monsieur. I'm really excited that Johnny's bringing an expert in, because if I get $3,000 today, I will have enough money to get my Gibson double neck guitar back.
What in the world do you have here?
A World War I medical kit.
Wow. This is actually...
Monday at 10.
Earlier, we had what seems to be an original Monarch accordion come into the shop. Guys wanting to trade it to get a double-headed Gibson guitar out of pawn. There's a lot of fakes out there, so I called somebody who's got the skills and the knowledge to help me open it up and check it out.
Hello, Johnny.
What's going on, Mr. Joel?
I started playing the accordion in clubs at 7 years old. And it just started from there. I had my own band. I've been able to play in 49 states and 17 countries. And so I'm like a spokesman about that accordion.
Mr. Joel, this is what I called you about.
You know, this is really, really nice. The Monarch was brought into Louisiana in the key of C and D, the key of Cajun music. That's when it really got popularized. The Monarch is the Rolls Royce of accordions. If it's real, it could be thousands of dollars. If it doesn't play, there's no reason to open it up.
Man, I sure hope he played.
We're fixing to find out. She's great.
She
Sounds
makes
good.
a glorious noise.
Once we open the accordion, if there's blue steel reeds in here, this is an original Monarch. It's all real. It's a true Monarch.
Ça, c'est la vie.
Yeah.
We know how much is she worth.
Up to $7,500.
Wow, this accordion is the real deal. And it's worth more than me and Gerard thought. Now, we've got a real negotiation on our hands. Because I know all he really wants is his Gibson. But he knows that he's got something very valuable on his hands.
Now, you said $7,500, right?
Is what we could possibly get high end on the retail scale. I'm the middleman, so I've got to make a little something on it.
How about $4,000?
Just because it's a Monarch and it is completely original, $3,000.
Oh, whoa. No, I can't do that.
Well, come on, get reasonable.
I'll dig it out of here if I don't get $3,500.
You know, she is a beautiful piece. $3,250. $3,250.
$3,250, man.
Let's go get you some money.
At $3,000, I was all right with. So I come out $250 a head. With the little money I made from crawfishing and this deal, I'm gonna get the Gibson guitar back.
At Silver Dollar, most of our business comes by word of mouth. So when my rancher friend Gerald said he had a neighbor with a German Luger from World War, we get things finding their way into our shop from all over the world. But sometimes they come from just right down the street.
Monsieur.
Come on, Gerard.
Mes amis, my friend, this is what I got here. 2-person cross-cut saw.
That's called tetanus. Have you had your shot?
Yes, I have had my shot.
Oh, man.
You haven't had yours? I've seen some of the women you were with.
I came down to Silver Dollar Pawn to sell my grandfather's old saw. It means a lot to me, but I need to get a rebuilt transmission for my pickup truck.
This was what they called a blocking saw. Once the tree got on the ground, they had to cut it up into manageable sections.
It's a primitive tool, you know, it's a cross-cut
So
saw.
is Johnny.
Anyway, you see the teeth are actually curved. That was to keep down friction on the blade, make it go through the wood a lot easier. And also, if you notice the handles, see, if you lay that saw down on a tree like that, you can actually grab it, and up here, you can work it. Before chainsaws were invented, these types of saws were used extensively in the logging business. And it took a lot of skill to learn how to wield these things effectively. What'd you had to do it? Hanging up in a barn or something?
Hanging in my cabin by the river.
At some point or another, it's got some water to it because it's got some pretty bad rusting on it. We actually have a felling saw. We could put this one next to that one and show the difference. These old saws are pretty neat pieces of history, but they're fairly common. And the fact is, there's not a lot of people collecting antique saws. So I'm pretty sure Gerard's gonna be a little disappointed in what I can offer him. How much you want for it?
I'll give you a good price on this saw, man. 200 skins right there.
They don't sell for that much now. I'll give you 40 bucks.
40 bucks, man.
40 bucks.
Man. Hey, don't pay my guys over here, man. $100 then.
Did you forget to put batteries in your hearing aids?
Man,
it's
look.
only worth $100
I dropped down
retail.
half price, man.
Okay, $60.
I'll get out of your face, man. $75.
Okay, 75 bucks.
$75. It turned out well. I got $75 for the old saw, you know? 'Cause I need the money now, man. Yeah, man, with the transmission.
My distant cousin Charles is a serious collector, and he has a warehouse full of stuff that's just ripe for the picking. A while ago, I went out to his place, but he wouldn't budge on a classic Ford. Today, I'm going to... We love when antique instruments come in, and if they can be played, that makes them even more valuable.
I got something for you today.
What you got this time, Gerard?
Man, I got a short guitar called a mandolin.
You know, if you keep getting rid of all your instruments, you're not gonna have anything to play eventually, right?
I came to Silver Dollar Pawn today to sell my Taylor mandolin. Putting cypress flooring in my house. And a 1x12 boards would be nice.
So where'd you come up with this thing at?
Well, my father-in-law had it. It's pretty old. He played on it. He was born in 1920, and he would take music lessons in grammar school and all.
Mandolins were basically brought over by the Europeans. Immigrants were very limited on baggage. These were very small instruments. Mandolin is a featured instrument in all kinds of music, folk, country, and of course, bluegrass.
Right off the bat, you know it is early to mid 1920s. The bridge has been changed out, which you would expect with one this age.
Frets look good.
Frets look good. I'm really concerned. Look like he cracked the neck, and looks like we've got some damage back here where it come loose. This thing is a wall hanger.
This is not going to be music to Gerard's ears, but if somebody wants to buy and play this thing, it's going to take a lot of effort.
Gerard, what do you want to do with this thing?
I'm gonna sell it. I need a little cash, you know, for
Might
some
want to sell
cypress.
it. How much cypress are you trying to get?
$500 worth, you know.
This thing's had the neck broke out of it. We're nowhere in that ballpark. I'm looking probably 25 bucks.
25 bucks?
Yeah.
Getting
You
bad
can
there.
go a little better than that. You know, he's got their original case with it.
Okay, 50 bucks.
$50, man.
$50.
I just can't do it for that. More valuable than keep it in my family for my grandchildren, you know. We'll see you down the bayou, you know.
Take it easy.
Hey, all right. I cannot part with a mandolin for $50. The sentimental value of it is worth more than that to me.